Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Royce and welcome back to StoneBlock. In the last episode, we were working on some mystical agriculture. It was agriculture of some sort. We were working on a little bit of that and getting stuff set up so that we can have automatic crafting with our refined storage. And a big part of that is the basic smelting system. So this is something we went ahead and made last time. We'll get to more stuff soon enough with this. But a main thing that I kind of want to mention is the fact that I've moved all the stuff down here. It doesn't look terrible outside of this part, but that's just what it is for now. Last episode, we started climbing up. And well, I made it to the top, and I have a discovery to announce. So we need a couple of things before we can get up there. First things first, we can put the solar panel away and the cables away as well. I like how this is in the corner. There's a couple things I want to make. So the first thing we're going to need to make is an interface. So we're going to need all that stuff. Machine casing. Let's go ahead and make one of those. I did teach the system, by the way, how to make stone as well as glass. So that's just kind of FYI. Importers. Yeah, let's go ahead and teach the system how to make importers and exporters and all sorts of things, because honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter anymore. We also need to teach it how to make improved processors. So we can do raw processors, and then we can do a processing to tell it how to make these guys. If we had more of these. We're missing, the biggest thing that we're missing is the quartz enriched iron, which I am making a bunch of. So yeah, we'll get there. So yeah, just a lot of different things we got to do. It's just kind of get everything that we want. Really? Alright, then we'll make 9 of these. Alright, and something else that we'll probably want to go ahead. So we have the destruction cores. We can also teach it how to make all the processors. So basic processors. And we'll teach it how to make the advanced. Let's do it now. The only question is right here. Okay, cool. So for now, we have to come down here and manually insert the stuff. Now, I believe that there is a way to do this automatically, which we will find out soon enough. So we need another crafter. Let's go ahead and make like 3. What are we missing? Processor bindings. Alright, so let's teach the system how to make those as well. And that's just slime and all that stuff. So that should not be too difficult. Or dictionary it, because that is usually a good thing to do. And then we can just throw this in here instead of the cables for right now. And we're going to get a good bit of crafters eventually, so having a lot of this stuff kind of already would be nice. Can we make 5? No. But we should be able to make 3. Alright, can we make 2? No, we're still missing slime balls. So we need to have a good source of slime. That is a decent question. Anything here? No. So what is a good way to get slime? That is something I'm not entirely sure in this mod pack. Loot bags from common loot bags. We could get slime chickens, which is cactus green and clay. That seems a little bit further along. Slime essence, which will need slime chunks. Or we could do congealed, which we could do bonsai trees with slime saplings. Is there a good way to get these? Unfortunately, by the way, I'm going to have some lag spikes every now and then. Mostly just be rare loot bags. Let's open a bunch of rare loot bags. But I'm going to have some kind of lag issues occasionally, and the biggest reason is I still haven't upgraded my RAM yet. It is on my list of things to do. I plan on doing that very soon, but I just haven't done it yet. So hopefully tomorrow I can go get some RAM, and then I can, well, upgrade it. So let's get a chest. We're just going to put a chest right here for now. And let's just dump all these guys in there. So there is a blue sapling. We have some blue slimy dirt. So for right now, is there a way we can replace these? Not that I can tell. So we'll chop it down. We'll then put this here. What we'll probably end up doing is eventually having more various types and whatnot. So we can take all these sticks and saplings and all this stuff out and put them in here. Let's go ahead and open the rest of these in here. And eventually we'll have all these guys automatically being placed into the system or something. I don't know. That might be a good idea. Then again, it might not be. Hey, that kind of makes me think of what we're going to be doing today. So, there is some slime, and this is going to give us slime. This is probably the best way to do this. So, we're going to want crafters times, let's do 5. We're missing redstone, we're missing diamonds. Can we just make 2? Okay, so we're missing quartz and rich iron. We can handle that. So, I haven't set up the sifting quite yet, and the biggest reason for that is just because I haven't really had a chance. We'll worry about that later. I really want to get more power coming into the system, and so we're going to start working on some solar panel stuff today. Now I also want to make a drum. So let's take a look at what does it take to make an iron drum. Is there any other way to get it? No. There's also the reinforced large drums, but that requires an iron drum. So we need a cauldron and 2 weighted pressure plates, and there's an iron drum. What are we going to use this for? Well, lava. You'll see why in a moment. We'll just look at that in a second. So, crafters. There is a crafting monitor. There's also a crafting... There's a couple of crafting things that we might want. So, there's a crafting monitor, and then there's a... I believe there's a crafter manager. This thing is something we might want to try out. But it will be a little bit before we're ready to do anything with that. But while we're waiting, let's get, let's see, what are they, flux points? Is that what we want? Removing energy, no. So we want the other one, the flux. Oh, I wish I could remember what it's called. Flux point, flux plug. We want one of these. So a flux plug, I realize that it's not going to actually make any of this stuff. And I'll show you why. To put it quite simply, it can make all the stuff, but it can't put it back into the system. So we'll go manually put this stuff back into the system in a moment. That's why we need an interface, which is why we need all this stuff. But otherwise, it'll be fine. So we'll just wait a second for this to be done. And then we'll get everything taken care of. So it will just be a moment. Yeah, so this is what we kind of want to just fix. So let's put all this stuff back into the system. And that should make the crafters relatively soon. Crafting monitor would obviously tell us exactly what it's doing. And it might be done. We have the advanced processor, so what does it take to make a crafter? What is it waiting on? Basic processor. I don't know. Alright, so let's tell it to make one of these. Didn't like that I took it. So, okay. We are definitely going to want a crafting monitor sooner rather than later. But that's fine. We can just do crafter. Once we grab some more quartz enriched iron. And we want more crafters anyway, so this is fine. So it should be able to make it. Yes. Alright, now let's use this guy. We're going to come right downstairs and put all of those in there so that we could potentially make everything we need to get a interface. So let's go ahead and tell it how to make the interfaces, because we might want more of these later. And this is just a standard crafting recipe, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's important enough. So let's go ahead and get an interface. It's missing more quartz enriched iron, but everything else, it's going to be fine. So it needs to craft processors. So let's try something. Do we have any item conduits? We do. Now I don't know. So let's just try this. Insert, extract, always active. Okay, let's see if that helps, if that works. So we still need more quartz enriched iron. We have 6. We can always make some more. It is a very specific recipe, but there's some more. So let's see if we can get the interface now. We might not even need the interface. So you know what? Let's see if it makes the crafters. Actually, let's make a crafting monitor. Or crafting manager would be fine. So let's make some improved, some processors. The diamond ones, we have 2 of those. Okay. What else do we need? We're gonna need 2 crafters. So let's just go ahead and make the 2 crafters. So it's missing 14 of this stuff. That's not going to be enough, but that's going to get us 1. And that should be... Let's just see if this works. So if we tell it to make this, it has everything available, so that's fine. Actually, no, it just kicked on. So if this takes the items out, then we know... No? Has no destination. So then we know we need an interface. So we can take this out and let's get an interface. So we just need a little bit more quartz enriched iron, and that's not too bad. Alright, well, forget that for right now. Let's go upstairs and I want to show you guys what's at the top of the world. So I dug straight up and ran out of ladders, so I had to do something else. And this is something that we're not going to worry about too much. As you can see, it is dark, so there is no bedrock at the top of the world. Nope, there's something that is both worse and better. Worse because it is a little bit of a pain to deal with, but better in the sense of we can actually get access to the sky. And specifically, we can get enough access to the sky to put solar panels. So environmental tech is something that we're going to want to get into relatively soon. It is going to require us to start getting more auto crafting. But that's fine. So we're going to just ladder all the way up. I dug out a little bit of a room up here, and you guys will see why. So at the very top of the world, technically above build limit, there is lava. So the entire world is lava. We can manage that. We can deal with that. It is a little bit of a pain, but what we can do is just come all the way up here, and if we can clear a little bit of an area up here free of lava, we can then work on getting more stuff, basically. So we can have the site to the surface, but we can easily pick up the lava, and then it's just a matter of getting up here and dealing with it. So that's the fun part. So let's close that up for a second. Can actually use these ladders. That might be better. Wait, do these ladders burn? Oh, those ladders burn. Okay, so that's good to know. So I don't have any blocks. This is a problem. Let's go ahead and grab a piece of cobblestone, and we can always dig out more. So it's fairly easy to deal with this, in a sense. But as you can see, it is a lot of lava. And we really can't do much other than pick up the lava as it comes out and hope for the best. So that's basically all we can do. Where did that go? Oh my gosh. Why am I burning myself in lava? Oh well, we have diamond armor. It does like next to no damage. So the problem is figuring out where all the lava is and trying to get rid of it, and clearing enough of an area. So that is something that we can kind of work on. It is going to be slow going, but it is something. So knowing that there's lava up here, something else we can do, we can make fire resist. Why didn't I think of that? We could just make a fire resist potion. There's plenty of different types. We might even have access to some at this point. I never knew you could like make potions and mixers. That's interesting. But we can just make, you know, different things so that we can not have to worry about the lava itself. We can go through it, and eventually we can just fly over it and then clear out an area. But we need to clear out an area so that we can get access to solar panels and solar power. So, what is the plan? We need to kind of deal with the whole auto-crafting stuff. And that's about it. So, we should have a good bit of quartz enriched iron. So let's just do one of these. And there we go. So can we make an interface? Oh my gosh. Interface. So it's gonna craft some stuff. That's fine. We're gonna have to kind of manually tell it to do this stuff. What's involved in making a crafting monitor? So we want a crafter and a monitor. See, the crafting monitor is not too difficult. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just take this stuff up, we'll put it in the system, and make another interface. We'll probably use another interface at some point, but yeah, it's just one of those things of kind of figuring out what to do. So I don't think the system is going to know how to make the interface, so if we just tell it to start, everything's available. It should just go ahead and craft everything up. What is it smelting? Stone. Okay. So, interface. We really should just make this crafting monitor. So what do we need for it? We need 2 patterns of machine casing. We can get that. We're just missing 1. Ugh, this is taking forever. We need 2 patterns and 2 advanced things. So advanced, no, not advanced. Improved. 2 of these. So just tell it to make 2 of those, and we'll manually make these, just so that we can see what's going on with the crafting, and then kind of manage it that way. So let's go ahead, instead of wasting all of our iron and all this kind of stuff, machine casing, because that way we can tell it to stop making it, and that's good. So let's go ahead and do this. We could upgrade this. Once we get some upgrades, we could upgrade that to the max. Oh my gosh, we already have a lot of stuff. So there is a good bit of slime balls. That's nice. Stone ladders can be put away for right now. And what does it take to make the solar rate controller 1? We're going to need these lithites. This stuff is expensive. It requires diamonds, or we could void ore miner it, but that also requires it. Wow, things have gotten a lot more expensive in environmental tech. Erodium, which we can't get. Litherite, I think those are higher tier. So litherite is the lowest, and so we're going to need a lot of diamonds. We're going to need a lot of black. We're going to need black concrete and connectors. Wow, this is more complicated than environmental tech has been in the past. So they went full on changing recipes. So crafting monitor, let's go ahead and put this right here. And what we can do is cancel all. And then if we tell it to make an interface, what does it need? Nothing. It'll make that, and we're good to go. So now we can put this guy down here, and we're just going to put him right there. And we can add a connector. So extract, always active, and I think we can use this. And that changed it to insert. So perfect. That's all we need to do. And now we should be able to tell it to make different things. So if we want this crafting manager, we're going to need, well, let's see. Crafting manager. We're going to just need 2 crafters. So let's go ahead and tell it to make 2 crafters. It's missing some redstone. We can deal with that. But everything else should work just fine. And if it doesn't, we'll know. So redstone. We might need to get some more redstone. That is a possibility. We don't have enough redstone essence, so I believe we have some redstone down here. We should anyways. Yeah, we have almost a stack, so that's nice. We're going to want another interface for that, but that'll be later. So crafters times 2. So now if we pop down here, we should see, as this makes things, it should immediately be pulled out and put into the system so that it can actually use it. Perfect. So now we have auto crafting with, well, smelting. And that is kind of awesome. So we're going to make this crafting monitor. I'm not entirely sure what this is, but I have a feeling that it will tell us what everything is attached to. And if that's the case, then that's perfect. So let's find out. Is it what I think it is? Crafting manager. So we're going to disconnect it for a second, and we're going to put it back in. Haha, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So let's grab our cable. Let's go ahead and eat. And this is going to be basically everything we need. So we can now insert patterns from up here, move things around as needed and whatnot, and that's perfect. So let's go ahead and teach the system how to make this litherate. So we're going to do it this way for now. We're also going to need to teach the system how to make lime dye. Ooh, do we want to do... I think we want to make dye essence. So let's go ahead and put this guy in there. And I don't believe we've done mystical agriculture for dye essence yet. So yeah, we have not. So that's something we're going to want to do. So if we want dye seeds, we're going to need dye clusters. And it looks like it has to be black, orange, magenta, and cyan. That is a pain. So do we have any ink sacs? Black lotuses? No. Yeah, that is going to be a pain. So ink sacs we can get from sifting wet sponges. Don't want that. Lucky egg drops. Ink black chicken. So we need black pigment, black floral dye of some sort. Black dye from black lotuses. Organic black dyes, which we can get from charcoal and slime. Okay. A little bit of lag spike. Been a while since we had one of those, so I guess that's due. Alright, so emerald chest plate. Some of this stuff we might be able... Giga pickle? What is a giga pickle? Alright, dynamite. And nothing else that's really popping out to us. So, do we have charcoal? Coal? No. So we're going to have to get some charcoal or coal powder. I think the coal powder will work. So we want to make an ink black chicken, so we need to make an ink black chicken. And this is going to be super important. So black artificial dye. Dye mixer could do that, but organic black dye, pulverized charcoal. So can it be coal as well? It can be tiny charcoal, and it can be coal. So we're going to want 6. Let's see, we're going to need 8 of those. And I believe each one was, what, 2 for 6? So that's quite a bit. 2 for 6, so we need 4 recipes, so that's 24. I think. We'll see. So let's go ahead and grind this up. That's probably going to be slow. And let's split it up. That'll be fine. Alright, and then we can get slime balls, which, hey, we have a really good source of slime now. And yeah, we'll probably want to make more hopping bonsai pots, have a variety of plants, and then we'll feed it into another interface and all that kind of stuff, so it'd be great. So basically, if we want to make these litherite crystals, we're missing flint and we're missing lime. What is a good way to get flint? So flint we can get from gravel, obviously. Fire and stone essence, which might not be a bad idea. Enrichment chamber or purification chamber. That looks not good. It's confusing to me anyways. We can grind oil shale up. Squeezing flint or squeezing gravel. Sag milling stone can give you flint. And macerating. Okay, so not really any good options. Let's be honest. So we'll do this. Crushed coal. We're going to want one more crushed. And I guess we got bonus. I didn't think you'd get bonus, but whatever. We didn't get bonus. Never mind. So we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4 more. And that should be... No, never mind. We did get bonus. Okay. So that's fine. Now we can just use this stuff to get more things. So do we have any eggs in here? We do. So this is how we get our first chicken that isn't natural spawn. And what we do is we just put it in here. We could throw it, but we can actually put it in the egg nest, and it will hatch automatically, and it will hatch 100% of the time. It just takes a little bit of time, so that's fine. We'll get plenty of stuff and deal with those. So chickens are fine. Let's see real quick, do we have any fire resistance? Fire protection? Right click to toggle on. Okay, let's... Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this, but let's try it. So let's go upstairs. We have 65 levels on us. Please, please don't die. Let's go upstairs, and I want to just touch the fire and see if this fire protection charm actually works. So, if it does, what we can do is we can clear out an area and then start working in the next couple of episodes towards getting solar panels. And once we have a solar array up here, what we can do is we can just kind of forget about ever having to worry about doing things like power. We'll get decent power generation from this. The rest of our power stuff will be fine as it is, but yeah, it'll be a nice complement. We'll get power during the day, obviously. It's only half the time, plus despite take out any time it rains or anything like that. So there's a lot of time it won't be powering, but generally about half the time we'll have passive power, and that's really, really nice. And it gets really, really good at higher levels, so that's what we'll kind of look at. Anyways, let's go ahead and open this guy up, and I just want to see. Okay, so we have fire resistance. So we should be able to theoretically swim up here. And you guys can see that is in fact a huge area of lava. So that's really it. I have a couple of these fire charms, so maybe using them and getting fire resistance might be a good idea. But as you guys can see, I don't have any blocks. Why'd that hurt me? I don't have any blocks or anything on me, so we can't prove that this is build limit. But take my word for it, it is. However, we can just clear out enough lava that it doesn't matter. So the fire charm isn't going to last forever. I should probably have some water up here, but you guys get the gist. I might work on this a little bit between episodes. I don't know yet. We'll kind of figure it out. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. We didn't really get too much done. We did get plenty of auto-crafting stuff done, and that stuff is important, so might as well get it done as well. We'll probably want to make more buckets. Buckets are something that we can turn back into EMC, or I think we'd even turn them back into iron if need be. So that's something that we kind of can mess around with, but I'll put some water up there, and I think I will try to clear out a little bit of an area and figure out if there's any good ways to stop the lava. It is 1 block above build limit, so we can't build up there, but there are some cool tricks. Signs used to work. I don't know if they will because, well, the other thing didn't work, the ladders. So, who knows? Anyways, that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!